Good evening, everybody. Yeah. Yes. So that article is not opening.
It is opening, sir, but after reading 2 or 4 lines, it says get buy access. So you have to get access. It's not free, sir.
Acha, I mean, you have to pay for it. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So people want
Just
to make
just
money while sharing knowledge. They want to earn money.
yes, sir. Yes.
Very unfortunate. This should not happen. Knowledge should be freely imparted.
Yes, sir. But people don't think like you, sir. They're out
Correct.
there to make money.
Okay, chalo. Everybody not same. Or five fingers are not same. Okay, dekh lenge. Yes. So that was a good question. One of the student asked me, sir, explain the difference between Geneva Convention and Award and New York Convention. And basically, the present Act of 1996 has given the same status, but if you read the articles in the Act, will show some difference. Because earlier I told you that mm, before the commencement of the second lecture, the Geneva Convention award are slightly stricter to approve in the sense um, in a country for example the place of arbitration was Geneva, say Paris under the Geneva Convention. The law required that year, after the arbitrator has pronounced the award, the parties are required to seek a declaration in the court, in the local court where the award is passed, that the award is the rule of the court. It is there is no infirmity in the award. Then, when the award becomes final, then again it has to travel to the place where the defendant is residing. Maybe India, maybe China, maybe Singapore. Suppose, take for example, it is India. The respondent's properties are sought to be executed. You want to execute the award in India. Then there is a first round of litigation. The first round of hearing was before the international arbitrator under the Geneva Convention, and the second round was in the competent court in Geneva, in the France, whichever the parties have the seat of wherever the seat of arbitration was there. For example, England. If it's England, you have to seek a declaration from the English court that the award is valid, capable of execution, and उसके बाद a third round of litigation will be in a country where the award is sought to be challenged. For example, in India, in the Bombay High Court or Delhi High Court, wherever High Court is situated, only the High Courts are given the powers under the Protocol Awards Act. तो यहाँ पे अनदर पिटिशन फाइल करेंगे तो द बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट हैज इट्स रूल्स. सी फॉर एग्जांपल आशीष जरा बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट रूल्स खोल दीजिए, बताता हूँ आपको.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट रूल्स खोलेंगे आप. देयर इज अ चैप्टर 41 खोलिए आप. स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम चैप्टर 41, that is rule number 772 to 789. Okay, these were the rules under the 1940 Act. Please note that if you want to practice in arbitration law, you have to know all these rules, especially High Court में आएंगे तो आप. So that is a domestic arbitration. It is now repealed by virtue of the Part 1. Okay. Then the Protocol Convention, that was the Act of 1937. The rules are 790 से लेकर 796. देखिए इसके अंदर क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है. I will read through the articles. वो भी पढ़ेंगे हम लोग. This is this is the third stage when you want to challenge the award. So यहाँ पे title of the application, mode of the application, you have to whether petition file करना पड़ेगा under 792. It's like a suit, a requirement of the suit. Stay application file करना पड़ेगा if need be. Then enforcement. Then उसके साथ में execution application to be placed along with it. Then the court passes an order, the Bombay High Court, Delhi High Court, whichever court, yes, the award is competent, and you will be see, they have to see the requirement of the provisions of the Code of Civil Procedure. That means section 1314 of the CPC, which tells you whether the award is conclusive, whether parties were given hearing, whether it was as per the substantive law of the countries, the rules were followed or not, the conflict of rules of international award are followed or not. ये सब देखेंगे. CPC भी लगेगा and High Court rules. See, it's very cumbersome. It is actually arbitration बोलते हैं इतना आसान नहीं है. It is more difficult than a suit. या बोलिए.
Sir, but they're coming in appeal, na, sir. So then how original side rules? It should be appellant side rules, no, sir?
For the purpose of international award, the original side only is applicable because original side is a district court in Bombay. Appellate side is not a district court. समझे ना?
Yes, sir. Yes.
The original side is getting its jurisdiction under clause 12 of the latest patent. Remember this. When you open these rules, I'll point out to you. यहाँ पे CPC के भी provision लग जाते हैं इसके अंदर. And the original side rules के rule लगते हैं. Please note that the arbitration के लिए both domestic arbitration as well as the international arbitration, the original side has framed rules. Yes, when the matter is arising from a district court under section 9, from the domestic arbitration, where the district court in Pune, a district court in Kalyan, district court in Thane are passing the order, then appeal will come under the appellate side. Please note that. You are right. You raised the question. So the appellate jurisdiction will come into play when appeals are filed under section 37. Malum na? When the arbitrator holds that I have no jurisdiction, then appeal is filed under section 37. Then when the judicial authority under section 8 holds that here, I will not refer the matter to the court, I can decide it. It's an appealable order. So if this is decided by the court in Thane, Kalyan, Pune, wherever it is district court, then the appeal will directly come to the Bombay High Court under the provisions of the section 37, which is more or less equal to the provisions of 104 and order 43 CPC appeal from order jo bolte hum log, because these are appealable orders. Or if you want to treat it as a final decree, under section 96 mein aayega. Okay, so that is the rule. So
yes, so that means after arbitration you have to fight a full-fledged suit in our local courts to get the thing executed.
Abhi zarurat nahi padegi, I will tell you why not necessary, but still the old rules are continuing, because under the earlier orders, under the earlier regime, I mean the Geneva Convention awards and the foreign national and the New York Convention award, the decrees, only the court is competent to rule that the award is competently framed, because the court, it has to be the rule of the court. Like even under the provisions of 1940 Act, when you open section 17 kholo, 1940 samajh jayega aapko. Open the 1940 Act. Under the 1940 Act, after arbitrator passing the award, you have to file a petition in the High Court or District Court, in the court under section 17. Check karo. Where the court sees no cause to remit the award or any of the matters referred to in arbitration for reconsideration or to set aside the award, the court shall, after the time for making the application to set aside the award, explain so and so. After refusing to proceed pronouncing judgment, record the award, and upon the judgment so pronounced, follow and shall lie from the such decree except so and so. That means the judgment has to be the rule of the court, the arbitration. So without obtaining the sanction and decree from the court, the arbitrator's award is not executable. Like your will is not cannot be given effective without obtaining a probate. Similarly, under the old act, the award of the arbitrator under the provisions of the 1940 Act cannot be given effective, cannot be executed without first obtaining a declaration from the court. It is competently passed, and the court passes the award. So similarly, that was the rule also has been the rule under the Geneva Convention as well as the New York Convention. So the Bombay High Court Rule 790 to 96, they deal with the Geneva Convention rule, that is a protocol, the Protocol and Convention Act 1937. Because this is you know that when the World War ended, the League of Nations wanted to see to it that the countries doing business together under the multilateral arrangement, they should not suffer, and the for the progress of the world, and the certain awards which are made should be executable. So this was the first convention. The 1937 Act का हुआ. This was the convention which was um, passed by the international community. When you see the Geneva Convention, way back in the year 1927 में शुरू हुआ. That is 1927 के अंदर Geneva Convention 1927 to make certain rules. That is the protocol convention हुआ. Then 27 के बाद the India adopted India for the first time, which is a signatory to the country award. We for the first time we started the act of the year 1937. So the treaty, the protocol of 1923 था वो, Geneva Protocol 1923. Then Geneva it became convention in the year 1927. Please note that. That is under the League of Nations. उस जमाने में League of Nations था, अभी League of Nations तो I don't think it is repealed. It is you आ चुका है अभी. So then India became a signatory by passing the foreign awards recognition and by passing the Protocol Convention Act of 1937. This you will find in section 85 also of the 1996 Act. This is the way. So you will find the rules, but before I proceed further, I will take you through the provisions of the articles of which are mentioned. Just open your Barak. Just open your Barak. You will come to know the difference. बताइए.
So 1940 Act has been repealed, no sir?
1940 is repealed now, because that is all these provisions of first part now in the arbitration, domestic arbitration is now substituted by the 1940 Act. 1940 gaya. So
yes, sir, because I couldn't find the words repealed anywhere, so I was
remember
worried.
The 1940 is repealed, and it has been substituted with the provisions of section 1 to section 43M now. 43 से Limitation Act. अभी new chapter जो add किया गया है, Arbitration Council of India, chapter 1 year 43A से लेकर 43M, which is to be given effect to. Let us see. मेरे ख्याल से it should be given effect to, because ultimately arbitration is, India wants it to make it arbitration promoting commerce, institutional arbitration, rather than preventing the intervention of the court. So to understand the difference between these two, please see the provisions of because the question which you raised yesterday, one of you raised, what is the difference? I will point out now. Now, first see the to understand those. Schedule 1 खोल दीजिए आप. The first schedule में second schedule देख लीजिए. Second schedule, that is section 53, protocol on arbitration clause. You have to know this. This is a very just read through and explain to you the provisions. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. Have you opened this? No? Please, this is a
Section 53, sir, open.
Section 53 से आता है, because Section 53 commences with Geneva Convention award. Then 53, power of the judicial authority when the matter is pending. Then 55, when the award is binding, foreign award. Then procedure to permit evidence to be led in case foreign award is held in India. The arbitrators can take the help of the High Court to record evidence under the provisions of Section 56. Then 57, condition for enforcement of the award, how it is sought to be executed. What are the conditions required? Then 58 tells you it is a decree of the court. See, 50 is a deemed decree. There is no need to seek a separate declaration in the court. Section 58 check karo aap. It's a deemed to be a decree of the court. So there is no need to obtain a declaration, separate declaration from the court. So intervention of the court is minimized. Then 59 deals with appeals, which appeal go to the division bench. Suppose if the foreign award is lodged as per the provisions of Section 57 and 58 for execution, and they will come to the Bombay High Court rules as per the provisions of under the old Act 790 and 796, and presently as per the 1996 Act, rule number 803A and rule number 80K. अभी दोनों के rule uniform है. I will tell you the difference, not much here. Then appeal provision. Suppose this matter is heard before a single judge. Normally, arbitration petitions are assigned to in the city of Bombay under clause 12 of the latest patent to single judge. When a single judge is refusing to give a decree to you or passing a decree, and the party has a right to, other party has a right to go in appeal pursuant to Section 59, pursuant to Section, 59, the appeal goes to division bench in the Bombay High Court, because under clause 12 of the latest patent padhe aapne, please remember, the appeal goes to division bench. Division bench ke jaane ke baad, there will not be second appeal either to again a different bench or a full bench. No second appeal. But subsection 2 says that the right to go to Supreme Court under Article 137 is intact, because there is a judicial review under the constitutional law. Under the Keshwananda Bharati's case, the judicial review powers of the Supreme Court and High Court cannot be taken away. But the High Court ka exclude kiya gaya andar, so the power of the Supreme Court is there. So this is the provision reading. Now let us understand, to understand the meaning, the protocol convention in New York, and I will tell you, abhi more or less ye act dono ko condense kar diya gaya, but certain provision wahan pe under the protocol act mein the court may insist for giving security, bank guarantee, that I will explain to you. And whereas in the New York ke andar little liberal procedure hai, some procedures are liberal, the court is not very harsh. Let us understand this. Yeah. If you are not read it, and I will read it for the benefit of all of you. Have you all gone through this? Second schedule dekhe aapne? Nahin. I am taking the second schedule first, because this is the old act. This is pursuant to the provisions of 1927 and 1922. That this being the oldest act. Now see number 1. The undersigned being duly authorized. The undersigned यहाँ पे कौन है? The League of Nations के Secretary General कहते हैं. The undersigned being duly authorized declare that they accept on behalf of the countries which they represent the following provision. Being the countries who are members, who are signatories. So India is one of the signatory. There are more than 175 countries who are signatories. Number 1, each of the contracting state recognize the validity of an agreement, whether relating to existing or future difference, between the parties, subject respectively to the jurisdiction of different contracting states, by which the parties to a contract agree to submit to arbitration all or any of the differences that may arise in connection with such contract relating to commercial matters, or to any of the matters capable of settlement by arbitration, whether or not arbitration to take place in a country to whose jurisdiction none of the parties is subject. Number one. Number one. Then I will conclude the second paragraph. Each contracting state reserve the right to limit the obligation mentioned above to contract which are considered as commercial under its national law. Any contracting state which avails itself, thus the right will notify the Secretary General of the League of Nations in order that the other contracting state may be informed. So this proviso is enacted in section 53 of the Act, which requirements again will, when you read it, section 53, they are given 53 ओपन करें, फॉरेन अवार्ड का डेफिनेशन दिए हैं इसके अंदर, दैट इज अवार्ड made after 28 July 1924, then pursuant to agreement of the parties, which the protocol and set forth applies, that is Geneva Convention applies between the parties to whom subject to the jurisdiction. So the subclause 53B is lifted as a paragraph number, the article 1. Article 1 का पूरा इसमें notice यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, I'll just read it for your convenience. Between the parties whom subjected to jurisdiction of some of the such powers, as the central government being satisfied that the reciprocal provisions have been made, may be notified in the official gazette, declare to be parties to the convention set forth in the third schedule, and of whom the other subject to the jurisdiction of the powers and afford. So our central government has in the gazette mentioned who are the parties, who are the contracting states, who have given consent to the Geneva Convention awards. So those are mentioned, those parties, the procedure laid down, they are mentioned in the third schedule. When you see the third schedule के अंदर वो mention किया गया, दो requirement, Convention of Execution of Foreign Arbitral Awards, how the procedure is mentioned in the third schedule. So schedule number 2 and 3 to be read together. Geneva के लिए वो कुंभर समय. Then comes here Article 2 पढ़िए. Article 2 of the second schedule. The arbitral procedure, including the constitution of the tribunal, shall be governed by the will of the parties and by the law of the country in whose territory the arbitration take place. So यहाँ पे will of the parties first, mean parties by consent they decide what they want. Number 2, the seat of arbitration which take place, that law will be governed with regard to the procedural law. That is यहाँ पे law. That is how it is there. This provision is also carved out in when you see the provisions of section 57 में check करो आप. Condition for enforcement of the award. In order that the foreign award may be enforceable under this chapter, number 1, award must be made in pursuant to the submission of the arbitration which is valid under the law applicable to them. So it must be valid under the Geneva Convention. Number 2, subject matter of the award is capable of settlement by arbitration under the law of India. So if the parties agree that the substantive law of India is the law and it should be capable of settlement under the 1996 Act, then the award has been made by the arbitral tribunal provided for the submission of the tribunal in the manner agreed upon the parties and the conformity with the law governing the arbitration procedure. So the 57C is in conformity with article number 2. Just take it down. Article number 2 tells you the whose territory the arbitration take place. Please note that. Yeah, this is the requirement. More or less, they have copied it from here. You have to understand. Then number 3 पे आ जाइए. each contracting state undertake to ensure the execution of its authorities and in contravention of the provisions of its national laws of the arbitral awards and in its own territory under the preceding article. That means while executing the award, the executing court will not only take into consideration the law, the national law, in which suppose if the award is passed in Paris or England and degrees it is sought to be executed in India, the Indian courts have a right to see whether the national law of India is followed or not, whether the award is against the spirit of the Indian law, like in the case of venture investment, they took the plea that year the shares cannot be transferred 50% because it is violating the substantive law of India under the Foreign Exchange Act, FEMA Act. On that ground, the Supreme Court sent back the entire matter to the court. At the same time, the Supreme Court held that when the foreign award is passed, the court should not entertain a suit and grant injunction. So that is a conflicting view, in my opinion. The correct, of course, the court has a right to consider whether the law of India is followed. If the parties say that the substantive law of India to be followed, in fact, in Venture's case, the parties agreed that here the procedural law will be of the place of arbitration, which is England, and the substantive law will be of India. So you consider that, no problem. Then at the same time, even the court in Bombay, the Indian court, while executing the award, will also take into consideration whether the arbitration held in a foreign country is as per the substantive law of India, or whether any is a violation of the any of the provisions of the law prevailing in that country. इसका मतलब ये हुआ है. This you will find sub clause 3 के अंदर the clause article का, this you will find in you will find in yes, section 57 खोलिए. See, award has been made by the arbitral tribunal. Okay. See पढ़ा मैं आपको, D देखिए. The award has become final in the country in which it has been made. That means if it is under the Geneva Convention award, whether the party has obtained a declaration from the country, maybe Geneva, London, America, that the award is capable of execution in India. इसका मतलब ये हुआ that the award has become final in the country in which the award has been made. Mean whether it is finally culminated into a final award, whether appeal procedure is exhausted, limitation period हो चुका है क्या?
Sir?
After culmination of the entire award, I mean the legal proceeding, I mean it must reach its logical end. the like in India के अंदर a suit is filed, suit file करने के बाद first appeal, second appeal, high court में writ petition, then Supreme Court में SLP. So all these 4 stages, whether such stages have undergone or not, is required to be seen while executing the award. D के अंदर the award has become final. It can only become final. It has been made in the sense it has not been considered as it is open to opposition or appeal. It is proved that the proceeding for the purpose of the contesting validity of the award are pending. If any proceedings are pending with regard to the challenge, the executing court should not grant execution. इसका मतलब ये हुआ है. This D is in consonance with item number 3 of the article of the protocol convention. Okay, national law. Then 4 पे आ जाइए. The tribunals of the contracting parties, mean the courts, on being satisfied of a dispute regarding the contract made between the persons to whom Article 1 applies, including an arbitration agreement with a reference to present or future differences, which is valid in virtue of the said article, incapable of being carried into effect, shall refer the parties to the application of either of them to the decision of the arbitrators. So this is in consonance with section 57(1). The award shall be made in pursuant of the submission of the validity under the law. So that the court should be satisfied that the arbitration award is pursuant to the convention. Then such reference shall not prejudice the competence of judicial tribunal in case of the agreement and the arbitration cannot proceed or become inoperative. So that the award which is passed by the arbitrator is a competent award. The parties have not violated the law of the land where the arbitration is going on. That should be seen. That is covered under Rule 1. 5 check karo. The present protocol, which shall remain open for signature to the state, shall be ratified. Ratification shall be deposited, possible within the General Secretary of the League of Nations, who shall notify such deposit to the signatories. So that is every country who is a member should sign it so and so. Then 6 is a present protocol will come to force as soon as ratification. Not relevant for our purpose. Maybe when parties can give up the notification after 1 year after giving notice. Then 8, contracting state may declare that acceptance of the protocol does not include any of the undermentioned territories. So the parties may by consent agree that the Geneva Convention is valid to certain territories only. India, maybe there are 20 states. It is only valid for 10 states, 5 states, 2 states, or certain cities. That is the government will decide it. Then contracting states may denounce protocol. You can give it up. That is also, it is not compulsory because the Act says it is by condition. So the protocols, the articles of the Geneva Convention are more or less extracted in section 57. So D charos के अंदर D में आता है. बोलिए.
Sir, but the League of Nations no longer exists. So the money to be deposited with the Secretary General will be deposited to the United Nations, sir?
Naturally, if there is no League of Nations, and we have to see whether how the power was transferred from the League of Nations to the UNO. Oh, check कर लेंगे जरा, because whether for the purpose of this convention, whether the League of Nations existing or the office is kept open, that I do not know. We have to check the provision. But that is the only thing. Now,
So I have a question, sir.
yeah, बोलिए.
Sir, if the award has been annulled in the country in which it is made, how can the award be enforced and where will it be enforced, sir?
If the award is annulled in the country, then it cannot be executed. It says that it should be, you must obtain the validity certificate. Suppose Paris may award, you must obtain a declaration from the Paris court that the award is valid. वो लेने के बाद ही you can come to India under the provisions of the High Court rules. You can execute it as per the 1937 Act.
So otherwise it's not enforceable, sir?
Otherwise you will not execute it. You cannot be enforced. That is the condition precedent. No? देखिए, that is the condition precedent. But now the present 1996 Act, by awarding the status, now the position is changed now. Now when it say that under section 58, where the court is satisfied that the foreign award is enforceable under chapter, award shall be deemed to be a decree of the court. So the earlier contention which I said, the party must obtain a decree from the court where the award takes place, may not hold good here for the purpose here. Because if the award is passed, award has been challenged in a court, appeal is dismissed, and final appeal is dismissed in Supreme Court of England or wherever Privy Council, final court reach, then the award can be brought to India. That is the meaning here. So there is no need to have a separate declaration. So prior to 1996, you need declaration. समझे ना आप?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That is the difference. According to me, that is the only minor difference. Now, the difference I'll point out to you in the matter of execution, when you see that here, the courts are insisting that here, the guarantee must be given. Now, 57 check karo aap. Condition for enforcement of foreign award, वैलिडिटी के अलावा सब क्लॉज 2 के अंदर there is a proviso. Please come to proviso. Provided that if the award does not convert, it has not been converted, all the differences submitted to the arbitral tribunal, the court may, if it thinks fit, postpone the enforcement of the grant to subject to such guarantee as the court may decide. So the court may tell the party in whose favor the decree is sought to be given, give a bank guarantee. Huh? That you give a bank guarantee that till the execution is formality is complicated and that other country has not taken objection. Now this guarantee provision is missing in the enforcement of the foreign award of the New York Convention. When you see 48, because section 48 is dealing with a condition for enforcement of foreign award. Will you see such a guarantee? Just see that here. Yes, subsection 3 is added.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is there. If an application for setting aside suspension of the award has been made to the competent authority, reference to clause E1, the country may consider proper urgent decision of the enforcement of the award and so on to enforcement, order the party to give suitable security. So the Indian courts are more careful that subsequently it may be challenge, whatever may be, even if there is no declaration sought in the former country, even in India also under the High Court rules, you had to file a suit and obtain a declaration, not necessary now, but petition ke saath mein award can be said, because execution of the award, you will see that now the new rules of the High Court, rule number 803 कहता है कि the contents of the petition will contain the award. Whereas earlier may first you obtain declaration, that is under the provisions of rule number 792, पहले award decree लेना पड़ेगा. Decree लेने के बाद second proceeding start करो. Now under the new act there is no need to start two proceedings. So simultaneously you file the petition. In the same petition you pray that this honorable court be pleased to hold that the award has been competently passed by the arbitral tribunal under the Geneva Convention or New York Convention, and the decree is attached herewith. Decree may kindly be executed by this honorable court pursuant to the provisions of section 44A of the CPC. Now 44A check karo. सेक्शन 44 निकालिए. Execution of a decree by a court in reciprocating territory. See, Geneva Convention and the New York Convention, they come under 44A. Where a certified copy of the decree of the Superior Court, any reciprocal territory has been filed in a district court for the purpose of Bombay, district court is Bombay. The decree may be executed in India if it has been passed by the district court together with the certified copy of the decree shall be filed certified from such superior court stating the extent, if any, to which the decree has been satisfied and adjust any such certificate for the purpose of the proceeding under this section to be conclusive proof of the extent. So this subsection 2 requires a certificate of the foreign country that the award has been validly passed. It is not dispensing with that requirement. That is one of the requirement of section 13 and 14 CPC. Then number 3, that the provisions of section 47 shall, as from the filing of the certified copy of the decree, apply to proceeding of the district court executing a decree under this section, and the district court shall refuse execution of the such decree if it is shown that satisfaction of the court that a decree falls within the exception fall under A to F of section 13. That means that the decree has been passed by the foreign court not conclusive. Parties were not given hearing. Substantive law of India was not followed, and it is against the law of India. It is against the spirit of some of the provisions of law of India. So, Section 13, the court scrupulously goes through it here. Then explanation 1. Reciprocating territory mean a country or a territory outside India which the central government may by notification in the official gazette declare to be reciprocal territory for the purpose of this section, and the superior court which reference to any such territory means such court so and so. Then explanation 2. Decree refers to superior court mean any decree judgment of the court under which the sum of the money is payable not being so and so. So then execution of decree outside India is 44, is 45. That is the provision. You have to see that. Now,
Sir.
yeah.
So if you read further, sir, in that same thing, it says it's not applicable to arbitration awards.
Yeah, come on, एक minute. One minute. Yeah, where is it? Which section?
So explanation 2, sir, 44A.
Yeah, 44. Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, 44. Explanation 1. Explanation 1. You meant to say that?
So explanation 2, sir, last line.
Explanation 2. Decree with reference to the superior court mean any decree or judgment of the court under which money decree is payable, not being some payable in respect of the taxes, other categories, or like nature, in respect of the fine, penalty, but shall in no case include an arbitration award, even if such award is enforceable as decree of the court. So this explanation 2 is added because come to play because the rules of the High Court will come into play. Because the High Court rules will supersede the provisions of subclause 2, then for which purpose you have to read the High Court rules. You read the High Court rules, which I showed it to you. The rules of the High Court, that is rule number, title of the, now you put 830 padhiye. 830, open is 830.
Open, sir.
830, title of the save has hereafter referred to, provided application, affidavit, proceeding, arbitration and conciliation shall be instituted in the matter act in the matter of arbitration. Application under 8 and 5A of the act shall be included in the suit matter in which the order of reference is made. Application under section 9 of the act shall be instituted in the arbitral proceeding which interim measures order. Then mode of application, save as hereafter provided. Application under the act shall be made. Petition shall be placed on board for admission after notice to all the concerned. The judge may consider the admission of the petition in exercise of this discretion, even though no such notice is given. The judge may remit or reject the petition in so and so. Contention of the petition, every petition shall be divided into paragraph. See that here, every paragraph. Then original arbitration agreement award duly certified. Then petition under section 27 of the act shall apply. 27 mean on the arbitration ke andar where evidence is recorded by the court. Name of the party, general, name of the address, description, original award of the copy. यहाँ पे to be executed. Every proceeding under 56 shall be accompanied by the original award, copy of the so and so. The sub-rule D. E say every petition for enforcement of the award shall be accompanied by affidavit stating that award has been made in pursuant submission of the award. The submission of the award is capable of a settlement under the law in India. That is the statement. Then award has become made by the arbitral tribunal provided by the submission of the arbitration constituted so and so with the law of the governing arbitration, mean the law of the other country is also followed. Then the award shall have become final in the country which has been made, and the sent it will not be considered As such, it is open to opposition appeal. It is proved that any proceeding for the purpose validity of the present pending. If they are pending, then the enforcement of the award is not contrary to the public policy of India. The language of section 13 is used. Procedure to be followed in case of non-production of document with petition. Then 47, 48. Then you come to fees of the arbitrator, rule number 80, filing of the petition likely to be affected. Then rule number 803F, a procedure to be issued by arbitrator or party. Then 8G procedure, entire procedure is given. These rules will override the CPC provision. Explanation. Because again, when you see even the provisions of CPC are made applicable here. When you see that here, note the proceedings filed under the Repeal Act and pending Act shall be governed by the rules, that is rules under 83 of the Act here. Then there is the application to CPC also. I am giving you, just see the which rule, there is a specific rule. Yeah, rule number 8031 check karo. Upon the receipt of the execution application in the prescribed form along with the award, certified copy, the same shall be proceeded as per the provisions of Order 21 of the CPC. Order 21 means attachment, arrest, execution, appointment of a receiver. Section 51 lag gaya pura. So the entire CPC applies. So merely because under 44 explanation word arbitration nikal diya gaya, not to worry, because the general civil courts do not have power to execute the arbitration decree. That is the reason it is included there. A specific provision in the High Court rules, because High Court rules supersede, they override the CPC. CPC is a general law, whereas the High Court rule is a special law for the purpose of procedural law. This is a special
Thank you, sir.
procedural law will override the general procedural law. Sanjana Abhi?
And sir,
Okay.
High Court rules are made by the High Court, or sir, they're made by the legislature, sir?
No, Bombay High Court. High Court.
So,
High
sir,
Court.
Bombay High Court can overrule
Every High Court make the rules under the provisions of CPC. That provision you want to see, section 120 ko lo batata hu. Section 120 खोल लीजिए.
Sir, open, sir.
Power of the 122, section 122 CPC. Power of the High Court to make rules. High Court not being the court of judicature, judicial commissioner, like Nagpur Gayasa, may from time to time after previous publication make rules regulating their own procedure and the procedure of the civil procedure subject to superintendents and maybe such rules annul, alter, add to the first schedule. Okay. This is the power of the High Court. That is why the Bombay High Court rules are made under section 122. Then High Court also has a power to amend the rules in CPC. That is in the all orders. That is a rule 121 check. The rules in first schedule shall have the effect of invalid until annul, altered in so and so. 123, High Court has a committee of the High Court. 124. Power of the High Court to make rules. See 125 check section 120. High Court other than the court specified 122 may exercise the power referred to that the sections such manner so and so the High Court as the state government may deem, provided that the High Court may after previous publication make the rules. This is the rules under the CPC. So as regard their own rule, they don't have to consult anybody. Under Article 227 they have got full powers. Read with section 122. It's a supervisory jurisdiction. High Court is his own authority. Like the Supreme Court can make its own rules under the provisions of Article 140. It is, isn't it? Which provision? You know that? The Supreme Court could be power है इसके अंदर. When you open that, the provisions, I'll point out to you. (124) के बाद चेक करो आप. Section 1, Article 118 के अंदर चेक करो. 118 नहीं. There is a specific section which the High Court, Supreme Court can make its own rule. Under the provisions of the Constitution of India.
Article 145.
145 खोलो. Yes, you are right. That is the right section. Yes. Rules of the court, 145. Yes. With regard to various, the Supreme Court itself frames the rule. So under the CPC, the High Court makes rules. So nothing wrong. So now there is no confusion. Please note that here. So the CPC is applicable. The High Court ultimately has made applicable because under the old, of course, they need to amend CPC now in conformity with the High Court rule. Now, when you see, I'll point out the wild difference. The author, one of the author in the law of arbitration says, see, after the enactment of the Foreign Award Recognition Enforcement Act 1961, that is the New York Convention, the Arbitration Protocol Convention 1937 is only of historical interest. Only of historical interest. Nevertheless, it represents an early attempt to address the kind of problem shall arise and seeking international enforcement of a foreign award. So this you'll find in the commentary of you have the book of commentary on the law of arbitration by Indu Malhotra. है अपने पास चेक करो. Opening chapter number 59 के ऊपर dealing with it beautifully explained. है देखो अपने पास नेट के ऊपर है क्या चेक किए. Is this book there available?
Which chapter, sir?
Chapter number 59 पे खोलिए आप. A commentary on the law of arbitration, 4th edition by Indu Malhotra, who was our Supreme Court judge, former Supreme Court judge. ये volume 2 के अंदर है. मिला आपको? Bare Act में नहीं मिलेगा. Chapter 59 में. So, according to her, it is a correct opinion she expressed. It is only of historical interest. Nowadays, people are all foreign countries are going in New York Convention. But now, under the 1996 Act, both New York and Geneva Convention, both are given same treatment in the matter of execution. Nothing to worry. So there is not much of a difference. Please don't get puzzled. More or less, almost all the provisions which were prevailing in the Geneva Convention are bodily lifted in the New York Convention. More or less same. There are no, but our act is condensing in the matter of execution. We are concerned, the same treatment is being given. So only you don't require a separate declaration from the foreign court. So if you want to know, one of the judgment which Mehta family brothers, yes, if you want to see, yes, there is one judgment of the Bombay High Court. You'll find little distinction between them. AIR 1960 Bombay, page number 91, that the party's name, I'm giving you party's name. Party's name, Francesco Corsi versus, just open it up. Francis Corsi, C-O-R-S-E. Francis, F-R-A-N-C-E-S-O. Francisco Corsi versus Gorakram Golchan. G-O-R-A-K-H-R-A-M. That judgment can you open? AIR 1960 Bombay.
Open, sir.
Just open this and see the Bombay High Court. This consider the issue. They discuss about the Geneva Convention, how it operates in India. This is prior to the Act of 1960. So those of you want to know, understand this act, please go to the judgment. But according to me, there is not much difference now. Just see what does the ratio says here. It has been given legislative recognition in India in 1937. It says subsequently reincarnated, the replacing the chapter 2 in the year 19. Before the enactment took place, Act arose in the year 1937. Bombay High Court considered the question. The objection was that the convention has not been duly signed on behalf of the India so and so. These are the objections. So you will read this judgment, you will come to know the history of Geneva Convention. Okay. Those of you know, according to me, from the examination point of view, may not be necessary since you are being your online exam. But those of you who are serious student want to know, please go through this, and I can also discuss later on. Then see the territories also you should know. India notified the countries. There must be then notification. There are about several countries which India has such contract. There was also question arose because the Geneva Convention, when India signed the convention, it was a united India and Pakistan both. Suppose if the arbitrator has passed the award in Karachi, which is now not part of India, what is the effect of the judgment? Whether it is a judgment of a Geneva Convention or not, that was also discussed by the court in one of the cases. That is Lachamchand Das. Open कर लीजिए. AIR 1958 Punjab and Haryana's court. Lakshman Das Satlal versus Parmeshwari Das. इधर खोल लीजिए आप. This is a very interesting point. When India became the signatory to the Geneva Convention prior to partition, which Pakistan was part of India, when arbitration take place in Karachi, what is the effect of this such award? Whether can it be executed in Bombay or in India, in any of the Indian territories? That is a Lokman Das judgment मिला आपको Lokman Das का?
Yes, sir. Open, sir.
This judgment says that it can be executed. It is a very interesting judgment. All of you should go through. Then one
Sir,
another.
but 10 years after partition, sir.
Yes, it is. Irrespective of the partition, whether we do not know, Pakistan is still a member of the Geneva Convention. I am not sure that you can see the union country. Who are the countries? I don't see the name of Pakistan. British India is the signatory. Then Union of then UK, Britain, Northern Ireland, New Zealand, and Bahamas, Juniors, and Gabital colony of Ashani territories, Jamaica, Kenya, and these are all territories which are the parties here.
So British India includes Pakistan and Bangladesh.
British India include Pakistan. So,
and Bangladesh, sir.
Bangladesh also include here. So when such award is passed, what is the effect it discussed in Lokman Das case that I will not go through at the moment. आप देख लीजिए इसके अंदर, because that may not be useful to you from examination point of view, but as a serious student you should go through that. Then under the Geneva Convention, one interesting judgment of the Mehta families, where the Mehta families in America, they were American Indian citizens who had properties both in New York as well as in India. They made a family award, and how the award was to be executed, that's a dispute arose under the 1937 Act, whether so. The judgment is Harendra H. Mehta versus Mukesh Mehta. That is a judgment of the year AIR 1999 Supreme Court, page number 2050. Harendra H. Mehta versus Mukesh Mehta. I think I had given you the judgment. I sent it also. You can open this. Here, the court held that the award passed by these brothers, which was passed in New York, and which was validly, the New York court also has cleared a declaration was sought, and it can be filed for execution in India. That was the decree was accepted by the court. So that is why you will find identical provisions in section 58 and 49 dealing with the matter. 58 and 49 खोलेंगे आप of the Arbitration Act.
Sir, quick question, sir. Sir, abhi jo the method judgment that you just discussed, sir, that said the permission had to be taken under Foreign Exchange Management Act,
Yes,
Maintenance Act, sorry.
because
So,
you should, yeah, RBI का permission लेना ही पड़ेगा. That is important.
okay, sir. So even now
It
it's
should not be
required,
in
sir.
violation. That is why probably that the Satyam got stuck in Secunderabad High Court because they had not taken the permission of the Reserve Bank of India under the FEMA Act. That is the reason why the Supreme Court has referred the matter to Secunderabad Court, isn't it? Isn't it? You understood, no?
Yes.
That is the reason.
So even now, sir, we require permission from the RBI, sir, for a foreign award.
Yes, the certain if the provisions of the Act require, you have to take it. There is no other excuse. You should know because the provisions of the Indian Act to be followed. That is in the matter of execution. See section 50 identical provisions in 58 and 49. 49 check करो आप.
Sir, I have a question.
हाँ बोलिए.
Sir, can a foreign award be set aside if it fails to determine a material use?
Fails to determine.
A material use?
I could not get your question. Repeat the question, please.
Can a foreign award be set aside if it fails to determine a material use?
Monthly real use? No, I don't think that is not one of the conditions.
Material use, sir.
Material use. Can you specify what is the meaning of material use? And I don't think that can be one of the grounds. The grounds which the award can be set aside are given under the provisions of section 48. The condition for enforcement of the New York Convention award. Check karo 48 बोल दीजिए आप. I will explain 48. Number 1, enforcement of a foreign award may be refused at the request of a party against whom it is invoked only if the party furnishes to the court proof, number 1, that the parties to the agreement referred to in 44, that New York Convention.
Sir, what I meant was when the root of the matter only fails, so that's what I meant by material use. When the root of the matter fails, then can it be?
It doesn't, the section doesn't use material use. They do not use, that expression is not used. It says that if it is against the spirit, against any of the provisions of Indian law, like under section 23 of the Indian contract, opposed to public policy, like under the FEMA Act, you require the Reserve Bank permission to have a foreign venture agreement. If you don't take it, then award can be set aside on the point. That condition is covered. You see that when you kindly open 48, I'll explain to this point. When the award can be refused execution, number 1, where the parties to the agreement under 44 were under the law applicable to them under the same incapacity. That is, one of the party was a minor or insane. He cannot enter into agreement. It is not valid agreement. If the agreement is not falling within the ambit of section 7 or under the provisions of any of the provisions as mentioned in 44, then B, against whom the award is invoked was not given proper notice of appointment. So the principles of natural justice are violated. The arbitrator has not issued summons. He has not heard the other party. He has stopped the other party from filing written statement. He has not given adequate opportunity. He was strict. So the provision, he has not, the principles of audi alteram partem of natural justice are violated. The award can be set aside. That is exactly the language of section 13 and 14 of the CPC also. Number 3, party against whom award is invoked was not given proper notice. See that the award deals with difference not contemplated not falling within the terms of submission of the arbitration or contains a decision on matters beyond the scope of submission of the arbitration. So if the arbitration dispute is with regard to $1 million in respect of a transaction, but it is dealing with also other dispute concerning $200 million in respect of other transaction, it is not the part of the agreement, the award can be set aside. That is also there under the provisions of the part 1. Okay. Then provided there is a decision in the matter submitted to arbitration can be separated. If can be separated and segregated, yes. Decree can be passed by the court, provided the parties have mentioned what relief they want. If a decree is sought in respect of a premises A, you cannot pass a decree in respect of premises B and C and D. Unless a specific decree is sought. D, composition of tribunal of the procedure was not in accordance with the agreement of the parties. Meaning the parties have agreed that there must be 3 arbitrators, one of Indian national, one of American, one German. But ICC gave only arbitrators, excluded the Indian one. That is the party's consent. So the award is vitiated. You cannot vitiate the parties' agreement. When parties have agreed that here, one of the arbitrator must be from India, one from the USA, the third arbitrator, they will select it, or maybe of German origin, or maybe from UK. So it is not in conformity with the agreement. So the choice of the arbitrators is not the consent of the parties. Then E, award has not become binding on the parties or has been set aside or suspended by a competent authority or a court in which under law award is set aside. So while it is put in execution, the executing court, like under section 47 CPC, executing court can say that I cannot accept the arbitration award. I will not set aside because the provisions of CPC are not complied with. Now provisions of CPC, you may open section 12, open kare batata hu aapko main. 12 and 13. Section 13. When foreign judgment not conclusive, number 1, foreign judgment shall be conclusive as to the matter thereby directly adjudicated between the parties. Claim. Number 1, where it has not been pronounced by the court or competent jurisdiction. So the arbitrators from different origin, where it appears to on the facts of the proceeding to be founded on an incorrect view of the international law. So if the procedural law to be applied of UK, but they are applied of India when parties wanted it. So then the award is bad. Refusal to recognize the law of India. So the law of India tells you under the Indian Contract Act, contracts which are opposed to public policy cannot be entered into. So in the foreign award, one of the contentions says that here the parties can influence the authorities and obtain orders. So influencing is not permitted under the Indian law, isn't it? Public functionaries cannot be influenced. Similarly, like under the FEMA Act, you cannot enter into a contract parting with the position or transmitting money from India to foreign country without obtaining the permission of the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank will tell you, you get as much money for foreign remittance. But if you want to transfer money from India to a foreign country, you require the permission. That is why the FEMA Act is there. So the award will be bad. Then lastly, where it sustains a claim found on a breach of law which enforced India. So when certain Indian laws are prohibiting certain things and which are breached, then yes. Not on the ground of morality. It's on the ground of constitutional grounds, legislative ground, statutory grounds, which are enforceable in the law. Okay, that is the meaning of section 48, and it should be read along with section 48 and 58 is see 49 tells you the enforcement of a foreign decree deemed to be section 49 and 58 are same. दोनों डीम डिग्री है. 58 चेक कर लीजिए. 58 के अंदर it is a execution of a New York Convention award. So more or less same provision. So the language of this section is both the same, identical, and the principles of interpretation applicable to 49 also applicable to interpretation of section 58. So section 49 and 58 में कोई difference ही नहीं है execution में. Then why do you find any difference between the award? The difference is removed basically. It is only for historical reason it is retained. समझे ना आप? It is valid, but the countries have not taken, they have not gone forward to repeal that here. That you should have done it here. That is unfortunately. Now, when you know that here, I will just explain to you the League of Nations kabhi aaya, uski little history that I made some notes here. I will just inform you the history of League of Nations.
If you could also share, sir, why the League of Nations failed and what was structurally bad about the League of Nations.
I will tell you. I have made some notes on it. I will give you. I was going through. Yes. So while giving the first lecture, I told you that the working of the 1890, the League of Nations was an organization which came. It was established on 10th of January 1920 at the initiative of the victorious countries in the World War. It was formally again disbanded in the year 1946. देखिए ये 1920 के अंदर आया. 10th of January 20 disbanded in the year 1940. The League of Nations headquarters was in Geneva in Switzerland. It was the 1914 and 1920 का resolution था. That was the time the countries had decided here. The nation, when the League of Nations failed its primary purpose to prevent any future world war, because it could not, because उसके बाद First World War के बाद Second World War हुआ. They wanted to promote a comity of the nations, harmony in the nation, legal. After 26 years, the League of 26 years, it failed. Then United Nations replaced the UN replaced the League of Nations after the end of the Second World War. That is in the year 1946. That is, you can say. Then they set up. Then about they freed about 4 lakh prisoners of wars. Turkey, Germany ka Turkey, Greece ka war, you must be aware of it. 1922 war. Then establishment of UN. That is 24th October 1945. The UN was established. It was established in San Francisco, USA के अंदर. That is the first office. Then head office was New York was accepted as a New York is the place of head office, as it easy to commute between the parties. Then United Nations office 10. Then एक मिनट. Then उसके बाद of course you know the World Bank, United Nations. Then उसके बाद at the time the president was President Roosevelt of USA. UN has got 4 offices, 4 head offices. Number 1 New York के अंदर है. Number 2 in Geneva. Geneva में the headquarters of the League of Nations is now converted into the UN office now. That is in fact is the successor. Then Nairobi के अंदर है, there is which is the capital of Kenya. There is one more head office which came in the year 1996. Then see that. Then Vienna के अंदर 1979 में That was the fourth headquarters. Vienna, you know, all of you, that the capital of Austria. It is a Central Europe. वहाँ पे है. Then fifthly, last Hague. That is the International Court of Justice. Is situated in Hague, Holland or Netherlands. बोलते हैं ना हम लोग. Dutch. That is the place. These are the place here. Then the present secretary of the UN secretary, तो आपको मालूम है कौन है, isn't it? Nettino Osiris. He is from which country? UN World ka. So there are 195 countries have joined the signatories to this document, that is a New York Convention. 193 countries are the members of the UN. There are two non-member countries, that is Holy See as well as the state of Palestine, because you know that they are exempted. Then the General Secretary Council is the most powerful organ of the United Nations. So this is what the research I had done from the book here. So that is the fate of the UN. So in my opinion, there is no substantial difference now between the Geneva Convention Awards and New York Convention Award, as the learned author, Justice Indu Malhotra, in a leading commentary, she rightly says that these are historical importance. Okay? It is only of historical importance. It is just remaining as it is. It is not been deleted from the record book, but as a mark of respect for historical reason, it is continuing. So in the matter of execution proceedings, so fortunately our act is giving both of them equal treatment. So there is no difference, isn't it here? So not to be confused. So anybody also has any question now? Uske baad?
Sir, if in case there is a arbitration and they have not specified whether it has to be done under the New York Convention or Geneva Convention, and it's an international arbitration. So in that case, what is considered? The Geneva Convention or the New York Convention?
Award cannot be passed only. It is not mentioning. There can be no award itself. You have to mention specifically. If you don't mention, and you must follow the rules of the convention, then from the rules you'll come to know which convention you have followed, whether New York or Geneva. After reading the entire agreement, you come to know that. No? You gather the surrounding circumstances, intention of the parties from the agreement, and how the award is passed by the arbitrators, whether they are treating as a Geneva Convention award or as a New York Convention award. Without that first giving a nomenclature, and I don't think any proceeding will commence. Isn't it?
In an agreement, it has to be
specified. It has to be specified
that this award would be tried under Geneva Convention or the New York Convention.
Exactly, without mentioning because otherwise you cannot give, the law cannot be set into motion. That is the condition precedent, is a bedrock of the case. Like in the plaint, if you don't give who are the parties, or if you don't give narration of what is the cause of action sued for, and don't mention the relief sought, how the court will come to know what you want? You have to specify here. Of course, the court will reading come to know the suit is filed under Specific Relief Act, or suit is filed under the Contract Act, suit is filed under substantive law of the country or not. That is a different matter. But according to me, the agreement must clearly specify that the agreement is as per the provisions of Protocol Geneva Convention or New York Convention. Otherwise, the agreement itself is defective. It is not capable of execution at all. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. समझ में आएगा ना अभी? Not to worry. Everything
yes,
is
sir.
clear.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So we'll take a break now. अभी क्या time कितना?
It's 7:55.
7:55. They break ले लो अभी. Then we can answer your question paper after 15 minutes. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.